So today I've come down to Cottage Lane Surgery in Glossop, and I'm with the amazing Dr. Alan Dow. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
It's very unusual for me to come to a doctor for role reversal. I'm interviewing you.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Massive celebrations, 30 years.
Yeah, 30 years. February 95. On the 1st of February 95 I started here, and it was very different. It was a genuine bungalow. I think we've had 5 extensions since then. It's very different now than when it was back then.
You spent almost all your life in medicine. When did it all start?
So Aberdeen Medical School, graduate of class 84, although in Aberdeen you actually started in the year before there. So my NHS service is coming up to 42 years, I think, in August. And then I did my GP training. I wanted to be a GP, a family doctor. I did that up in Wick. I had left one part, accident and emergency, to do, and that was at Tameside when it came to fruition, and that's what brought me down here.
Wow. 30 years is a long, long time in one place. What's kept you here?
I very much like being a family doctor, and I like being a community doctor. Now, there's many of my colleagues I know prefer living and working in different places, but for me, it's an absolute enhancement to meet my patients, working in shops, shopping in shops. It's just good, and I've always seen the practice as a contribution to the community. So you've got your individual patients, you've got your patient list, but actually practices can be really stable things to a community, and we've tried to do that and be a community service.
And working and running a place like this takes a lot of commitment and dedication from staff, and I'm guessing you've got a real good team behind you here.
We have got a fantastic team, one of whom predates me by a couple of years, actually. So in the celebrations later, I'm going to mention that. But yes, we've got a fantastic team. Of course, it's changed over the years, but we have been so lucky. I think a lot of people value the continuity of care possible in a small practice, and that goes for patients and for staff. So I think we've been really lucky at being able to retain staff, and many are long serving here.
I think having a community, being in the heart of the community like this makes a big difference, doesn't it? You've got all the people that come living around here on your doorstep.
We have people on our doorstep, and we've very much focused our efforts in meeting that local need. We are the closest practice as well to going west from here, so to Charlesworth and Chisworth as well, and we take patients from there. But we've always really been very clear that that's our boundary, and we didn't want to go any wider than that, and we've stuck to that. And I think that was one of the strategic advantages that has served us well.
Brilliant. So 30-year celebration today. Outside of being a GP, do you have any interesting hobbies, or do you have time, I guess, for hobbies?
Yeah, is there such a thing as being outside of being a GP? I'll tell you, I've been a GP in numerous shops, some of which have caught me quite by surprise. But in theory, I very much like fly fishing. And I did used to do chess at school, and as I'm actually trying to take it up again and remember how to do that.
So still many years ahead here.
Absolutely. I mean, I haven't got any plans of stopping. I have got plans of doing a bit less, and I would like to do a bit less now, but I would like to remain involved. And some of the highlights of seeing patients, I've got quite a few that would want to see me. Of course, inevitably at some point that changes, but for now, doing a bit less but still doing more and still being very much in the community is what I want.
Well, congratulations, 30 years, a long time. Let's hope that continues. But it's time now to go and celebrate with all your staff and friends.
Excellent. Thank you very
time.
much. Thank you.
Catherine, you're the practice manager here, and wow, what a celebration this is.
Yes, it is. It's quite an accomplishment, 30 years working in the community.
It's a real kind of family community surgery, this, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And it's nice to see that the the grown-ups bring the children as well, and they obviously grow up through the family of Cottage Lane was looking after them.
So what's he like to work with then?
He is such a nice man. We are privileged to work with him. He's very kind, compassionate. He listens to everyone's opinions, and decisions are always made consulting the team.
It's important, that, isn't it, in a GP practice?
It is, yeah. It's important that, you know, everyone feels happy with decisions that we make, and it is very much you know, a practice where everyone is listened to.
So great to meet you, and of course all the staff here doing an amazing job in the community. Thank you for everything you do.
Thank you.